Once the king of clicks, he's now a defendant in a high-stakes legal battle.
Do you think women are the property of men?
No. The point I was making...
Why have you said they are?
Because I made a religious point. I said that when a man marries a woman, the woman's father walks her down the aisle, and hands her away to the man. Traditionally, this is what it says in the Bible. I'm a religious person. I believe in God.
Andrew Tate's journey from influencer to accused criminal is a plot twist no one saw coming. He stands before the charges that could forever alter his course of life. Let's dive deep into the story of Andrew Tate to reveal the shocking truth behind the trending hashtags. Andrew Tate, a controversial internet personality, became highly popular when he was removed from the British reality TV show Big Brother in 2016. It all happened after a video was released showing Tate beating a woman with a belt. Tate had denied attacking the woman, saying the video was edited and it was a total lie, trying to make him look bad. After his dismissal from Big Brother, Tate got under fire for charges of rape, human trafficking, and giving rise to an organized crime group to exploit women sexually.
Prosecutors in Romania have filed formal charges against the controversial influencer Andrew Tate, his brother Tristan, and 2 Romanian associates.
Andrew Tate, whose full name is Emery Andrew Tate, was born on December 1, 1986 in Washington, D.C. He was raised in Chicago, Illinois, alongside his younger brother Tristan and younger sister Janine. Tate's father was African American, who served in the U.S. Air Force in Britain, and was also a chess master. After Tate's parents were divorced, he moved to Luton, England with his brother and mother. According to some interviews, Tate mentioned that after moving to England, he lived his life in poverty. He and his brother Tristan used to go to the KFC to fetch customers' leftover chicken and freeze it for their meals. In 2005, Tate began practicing boxing and martial arts, ultimately working in the advertisement industry to improve his financial situation. Thriving in his kickboxing career, Tate became the kickboxing world champion 4 times, but it wasn't kickboxing that gained him a great deal of attention and fame. Instead, his appearance in Big Brother, a reality TV show, earned him widespread attention. In 2016, Tate stepped into Big Brother during its 17th series. However, he soon came under the limelight for sharing controversial posts on his Twitter. Tate was then removed from the show as producers referred to his video of hitting a woman with a belt. However, Tate and the woman later mentioned that they were friends and everything that happened in the video was consensual. It was later revealed that the cause of the dismissal from the show was his case interrogation, which was closed in 2019 with no charges. Aside from Big Brother, Andrew Tate gained a massive following on his social media accounts by sharing what they call controversial masculinity posts and showcasing his lavish lifestyle. Tate launched an online learning program named Hustlers University, which charged $49.99 per month for courses on money making, dropshipping, and cryptocurrency. Apart from sharing courses with the program members, Tate reportedly asked them to fill social media sites with his videos. Experts consider this tactic a blatant attempt to manipulate the algorithm to increase the audience artificially. Within 3 months, Tate was able to become a viral internet figure and generated around millions of pounds. After Hustlers University was shut down, Tate found its alternative called The Real World, which currently has over 200,000 members. Considering everything, Tate's controversial videos began taking over the minds of young men and teenage boys in schools, becoming a concern for parents in North America, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. Many organizations, including the Institute for Strategic Dialogue, shared their concerns over Tate's influence on young minds, saying, Tate posed a risk of radicalizing young men into misogynist extremism.
The Times recently reported that schools across the UK are in crisis as the effects of online influencer Andrew Tate's vile misogyny infiltrates our classrooms and society. Teachers are now having to develop their own resources to re-educate boys who are being brainwashed online by his...
In 2017, during the Harvey Weinstein sexual assault case, Tate came up with his statements describing what sexual harassment is in his tweets. Tate said, "Sexual harassment is disgusting and inexcusable. However, a man looking at you or whistling at you or asking your name isn't harassment. This belief does discredit as a whole. Stick to the serious definitions and stop pretending normal male behavior is rape. Secondly, Harvey, creep, obviously. But women have been exchanging sex for opportunity for a very long time. Some did this, weren't abused. Andrew Tate also suggested that women should bear some responsibility for being raped. In addition to that, he insisted that women belong in the home and women are the property of men, saying, "Next point, if you put yourself in a position to be raped, you must bear some responsibility. I'm not saying it's okay you got raped. No woman should be abused regardless. However, with sexual assault, they want to put zero blame on the victim whatsoever." Andrew Tate also shared that men only want to date 18 and 19-year-olds because they are likely to have had sex with fewer men, and women who do not stay at home are hoes. In other tweets in 2017, Tate said, "Depression isn't real. You feel sad, you move on. You will always be depressed if your life is depressing. Change it." Tate was consequently banned from Twitter alongside other social media sites for sharing his controversial views in 2022. Andrew Tate made rounds on the internet when he got into a clash with the now 21-year-old climate activist Greta Thunberg. Provoking her through his tweet, he shared a picture of him standing next to a Bugatti listing down his car collection. Tate also asked Thunberg's email address to send her details of his car collection, along with how much carbon emissions his cars cause. In response, Greta Thunberg tweeted about a fake email address saying, "Yes, please do enlighten me," and then insulted the size of his, well, you know. In 2017, Tate moved to Romania alongside his brother Tristan and shared his reasons for choosing Romania as his home. In a video, Tate expressed his love for Romania, saying that 40% of the reason he moved was because Romania was lawless and he would easily escape rape charges. He said, "This is probably 40% of why I moved to Romania, because in Eastern Europe, none of this garbage flies. I like the idea of just being able to do what I want. This Me Too era bullshit has not protected women. It's just destroyed the safety of men." He said that Romania, when women report to police, they ask them for evidence or CCTV footage. However, his idea of taking Romania as a lawless country turned out to be flopped when he faced rape allegations and was arrested. Prosecutors in Romania accused Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate, alongside two other women, of creating a crime group in 2021 for women trafficking across Romania, Britain, and the United States. Many other details of the case were kept secret, but the prosecutor's office said that Andrew Tate was also accused of rape. There were around 7 women who came up with rape allegations against Tate and his brother. They said that the Tate brothers lured them into a relationship and later confined them in a house in Bucharest, Romania's capital, forcing them to perform in pornographic videos, which were later circulated on social media.
Concerns about the things I say. I think the concern is for the level of influence I have and the reach I have.
Let's start with the allegations. Have you raped anybody?
Absolutely not.
Have you trafficked anybody?
Absolutely not.
Exploited any women for money?
Absolutely not.
But you have admitted using emotional manipulation to get women to work in the webcam industry.
Tate and his brother turned down the claims and allegations against them, saying that they were being targeted due to their wealth. On December 29, 2022, the Romanian Police Department arrested the Tate brothers alongside 2 other women, Georgiana Neghel and Luana Radu, in Bucharest, Romania, after receiving reports of them being involved in human trafficking and forming a crime group. In Tate's case file summary, there were around hundreds of pages of testimony and transcripts, including an accusation of sexual violence that left one victim injured. In one of the transcribed audio messages, Tate's brother Tristan appears to say, "Slave these bitches." In the 300 pages of testimony and evidence for the pretrial prosecution against Andrew Tate, there was a text message mentioned that Tate was leading an adult content business, which was a human trafficking ring. When Tate arrived at the court for trial, they said they were not the first affluent men to be unfairly attacked, and he looks forward to being found innocent.
Innocent men, and in time everybody's going to see that, and we're very excited to finish this judicial process.
The prosecutors also discussed how the Tate brothers used the lover boy method to lure victims into their trap, and later transport them into a house in Bucharest. The victims were allegedly forced to be involved in pornographic content through physical violence and threats. According to the testimony, the victims lived near the residence of Tate. The women claimed that the Tate brothers managed the income from their content production, along with the passwords and accounts. Georgiana Nagel was one of the two women in the human trafficking ring and also controlled the earnings from the OnlyFans account. She used to pay the women a certain amount every month for performing in videos without revealing the total revenue generated by them. Tate brothers, alongside Nagel and Radu, received 50% or more income earned through TikTok content. As per witnesses, they were forced to produce content on a strict deadline with threats of physical and verbal abuse. Some of the text messages from Nagel appeared to have threats for the witnesses, like break your teeth or end up in the morgue. The two women's lawyers rejected all allegations that were not supported by evidence and expected the court to confirm their innocence. The text messages of the year 2020 revealed Tristan Tate's intentions of not letting victims access their Pornhub and OnlyFans accounts. His messages repeatedly read, "I don't want them to have the passwords. I don't want them to have anything. I don't want to tell them that they have OnlyFans. I want that money to be used by me and you. Screw them." Other parts went like this. "Mainly, I'm going to slave these bitches. I'm going to make them work even more hours and hours and hours. I work these bitches like slaves. Slave work, minimum 10 to 12 hours a day." Text messages aside, the case file also includes the details of the financial transfers. Andrew Tate allegedly transferred £4 million into his online bank account with the heading Rev OnlyFans. The Tate brothers don't seem to have earned the lavish lifestyle and income through lawful activities. Since 2018, Andrew Tate has purchased various properties, 15 rarest and most expensive cars worth more than £3 million, jewelry, and $400,000 in cryptocurrency. Their online programs, War Room and Hustlers University, brought them $5 million per month through subscription fees. On January 14, 2023, Romanian authorities took hold of the Tate's assets and monies worth about 3.6 million euros for investigation purposes. The authorities grabbed 15 luxury cars, including a blue Rolls-Royce, a Ferrari, a Porsche, BMW, an Aston Martin, and a Mercedes-Benz. Additionally, Tate's 14 designer watches and cash in different currencies were also taken.
Information from the organised crime unit about the assets that have been seized, properties, cars, luxury watches, but also more than $300 million in cryptocurrency.
If prosecutors prove that Tate's income and assets resulted from his criminal activities, the money will be used for legal processes and compensation for the victims. Following the Tate brothers' arrest, they were kept in police custody for 3 months, which was later changed into house arrest with a few conditions. Those conditions included limitations to their travel outside Bucharest and the wider Ilfov County without obtaining permission from the court first. They were allowed to reach out to their allies, witnesses, victims, and their families. The Tate brothers were able to earn the approval for house arrest after their appeal to the Romanian court on March 31, 2023. The court officially charged Tate and his brother with human trafficking and organized crime in June 2023.
Now, the social media influencer Andrew Tate and his brother have been moved out of detention in Romania to house arrest after a court ruled in favor of their appeal.
On August 4, 2023, Tate, alongside his brother, was released from house arrest after their appeal was accepted. However, they were still bound by some restrictions for 60 days until October 2, 2023. They had to check in with the police when they were asked to and update the police if they had changed their residence. Plus, they weren't allowed to contact associates, witnesses, and victims, and were restricted from traveling outside Romania. After a famous Kick streamer and a close friend of Tate, Aiden Ross, revealed the messages of Andrew Tate during a live stream, Tate was re-arrested on March 11, 2024. Ross, during his stream, opened and read Tate's direct messages and said Tate was leaving Romania and might not return, asking Ross to meet him one last time.
Andrew had hit me up. He said, "Hey, I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back. If you want to come over and do a week of long streams and content before I leave, I think it'll be big." And he said it's basically not. So, and this is just, I told you guys this year, it's a week.
This live stream of Ross alerted authorities and they promptly took action. UK judicial authorities issued an arrest warrant for the Tate brothers and extradition upon discovering their plan to flee Romania to avoid standing trial on rape and human trafficking charges, potentially. Tate's spokesperson, Matea Petrescu, has rejected the claims of Tate escaping Romania and said, "Our clients are fully committed to actively participating in the legal process and defending their reputation. We believe this rumor originated from a popular online influencer who misconstrued a text message from our clients while streaming live. There is simply no truth to it." Although Romanian authorities have accepted the British arrest warrant for the Tate brothers, both will be deported to the UK after legal proceedings in Romania. Tate will be facing a rape charge in the UK as well. There were around 3 women who accused Tate of physical and sexual abuse, with one other woman who claimed that Tate had raped and choked her in 2014 when she met him at a club. Tate has, however, denied all of these allegations. Ross later apologized to Tate for being a part of his arrest. The legal proceedings against Tate have been underway, and the trial is expected to continue into 2024 and beyond. And that concludes this section of the Tate saga. Clearly, it's not over for this guy. As always, thank you for checking out the video, and do remember to subscribe. You wouldn't want to end up in Romania. Stay safe out there.